What is going on, everybody? No, really, what is going on? I can't even go and take my doggo for a walk without Boundless, putting out some new information that is prudent for me to cover. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today. And if I feel a little bit out of breath, it's because I literally just came in and it is super freaking cold out there. And we need to talk about the latest news release about how CRUCIBLE is getting a new store. Sorry, not a new store. Character shards are being released in the store. That's what I meant to say. And what the implications of this are. And I find this really funny because I literally, like my last two videos, were just talking about how I was feeling a little bit bored about CRUCIBLE, how I felt that there wasn't much for me to do in the store. And then B, I just literally released this morning a video about Farmability and who I thought was coming next. And this basically answers all of that in one topic. So that's what we're going to be talking about here in this video. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. So we'll start here with the news posting. So CRUCIBLE season extension. There's two things here that's kind of important here. One is that, well, we're getting shards in the CRUCIBLE store, and the second one being that we have an extension of this season, meaning that we have more pain of the Age of X season, which honestly I'm super tired of. And I thought that we were going to get a new one and some new buffs and some new fun, and that would have really mixed it up a bit. But let's read what it says specifically. The current season of CRUCIBLE will be extended. It is now targeting its conclusion in February, which realistically at this point means patch 6.7, because 6.6 is the winter patch. We're currently, and for some reason oh no, it's still there. I thought my icon disappeared. We're currently working on increasing rewards related to the game mode, including adding some valuable character shards. So including, that means that there's more, so hopefully there's an increase in rewards. Could be KOs, could be just the general credits that we get, I don't know, but it says more than just the character shards. These changes will go live shortly after the release. Okay, so when they say shortly, that typically means within 2 weeks, I would say. Currently targeting release next week. So it doesn't say that this is happening that this is happening next week. It means that patch 6.6 is next week. We kind of already knew that. It was likely scheduled for Tuesday or Wednesday. The team wants to see the effects of these new rewards before starting a new season. So again, we don't really know how much. That presumably means that they're increasing the Crucible amount, the shard amounts, or I don't know, the elite credits. I'm not sure. They could be adding new rewards or different rewards, maybe more Blue 4 ions to get people to engage with it a little bit more. After what I said, that some people are just passively kind of just not playing it much. They're just kind of like reaping the rewards a little bit there. Make sure you're getting all of your available battles in to earn credits and get so this suggests to me that they're improving the KO rewards here. But hopefully we'll find out more. I'm honestly shocked that they brought this out before the blog post tomorrow, because it feels like a big thing that they would have released tomorrow in Friday's blog, because I'm recording this on Thursday night. And I'm not sure if this is something we'll see more of in the blog or not, or if they'll just wait until the patch notes, or when we actually see it in game next week, I guess. It's hard to say really at this point. And actually that makes me think that they're going to target the patch day for Wednesday next week, because that is the end of CRUCIBLE as it sits right now, so not Tuesday, because that would kind of interrupt the flow of things a little bit. So that's kind of my expectation there. Now, this kind of has a little bit of other implications as well. As you guys know, if you watched my video from before, I'm not spending a lot of my CRUCIBLE credits. I am holding a lot of these. What am I doing with it? Well, I said this in the previous video. And I'm buying typically, there was a store reset actually at some point just after the store reset an hour or so ago. So I'm going to buy those. I'm typically buying Mystic Minis and Mutant Minis only for G17. And I'm going to be hoarding these Elite Crucible credits even further. I was already doing this anyways, but my guess, I don't know, maybe there's going to be a Teal 2 orb. Maybe they're just adding more shit into the Crucible store to make it a little bit more appealing for people like myself who have kind of like, I haven't checked out because I'm almost near Masters, but I'm just not... I'm not super serious about it, yet somehow I've managed to get to the rank that I'm at Diamond 3. I don't know how this happened, and, you know, maybe I'll go down soon. But regardless, you know, I do have a fair bit of Crucible credits. Now, what are going to be the cost of the character shards that are going to be in here? I don't know. Are they going to be 5 shards? Are they going to be 10 shards? It would be kind of crazy maybe if they were 10 shards at a time, but you're seeing a lot of, like, origin pieces and catalysts at, like, 10 a pop, so... Could it be 10 shards a pop? I don't know. That could be kind of crazy. And how much is that going to cost? Realistically, when you compare it to the cost of Teal Uniques or other stuff, you know, what is a reasonable cost for them? 5 shards. This is just going to be a stab in the dark, and we'll see if anything like comes true when we actually see it. 3,500 credits for 5 shards? Is that too unreasonable? I don't know, maybe, because I'm just thinking of this for 3,500 credits. That's my guesstimate. Whether or not I'm right or not, we'll find out. And that's what I'm saying right now. Let me know in the comments down below what your guesses are for character shards. And this does kind of combine what I said before, was that when I did my video this morning on farmability, now this opens up a huge swath of characters, more than before, that could be up for grabs in the Crucible store. And we need to talk about some of those. I did talk about it already in this morning's video, but I think we can even go beyond what I talked about in there. I think I talked about 4 or 5 characters, but honestly, I think at this point, when the War Store launched... Someone might be able to correct me down below, but I'm pretty sure it launched with 8 characters. Because there was 3. There was 3 slots. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Crucible. We're going to get a singular row, I think, of 3 characters that are going to rotate, and probably up to 8 characters. Now, are all 8 of those characters going to be unfarmables? Probably not. Like, I really hope that they're not going to include minion characters and shit like that, and you know, characters that are already in other stores. I hope they don't do that. But who should we talk about then? At this point, it's funny because somebody actually put in my comment of my other video that it could be Icarus in a node farm or something like that in the new hard mode chapters. And don't forget, we are getting new hard mode chapters on top of the shard inclusions into the Cosmic Crucible store. So honestly, this could just be like opening the floodgates of farmability, because I was talking for so long, if you guys have seen my character farm chart, about how behind we are with character releases, and this might be their way of trying to make do or make good on that. I was gonna say make do, that didn't make sense. I don't know, my brain's frazzled a little bit. So who do I think could be in this? Honestly, at this point, Icarus might be. He might finally, even though he was just added into the Premium Orb exclusive on October the 19th, honestly, I think that Icarus could be in the Crucible store. Now, that'd be a bit weird, only just because they literally just updated the Premium Orb, and they don't do that very often. And that would mean that they would be available in 2 places, like Cersei's available on a node, still isn't the Premium Orb exclusive, which again, I felt was really, really weird. But they could do the same with Icarus and put him into the Crucible store. Then we have Agatha Harkness. Honestly, a real big contender here for the Crucible store, I think. Could have been for a node as well, but I would definitely put Agatha in the Crucible store category in terms of desire. And then I actually, honestly, would jump ahead all the way to Gambit. And I think that they would put in only 1 character per team of the Horseman teams. I don't think that they would do more than 1. I think that Gambit is a strong contender for the Crucible store, and I do think that they'll probably put Dazzler now, maybe. I originally said Dazzler would be on a node. I think that could still happen in the new hard mode chapters. And then I think they'll do something really, really easy with Phantom X. I honestly think they'll put him into like the Blitz store or the Raid store, because he's kind of garbage, and he's like the last character that you upgrade. He's the Scarlet Witch of Darkhold. So, and they've given us so many opportunities to get character shards for him that I don't think people care that much anymore. As far as other characters, there could be 1 A-Force in here as well. Could be Spider-Woman. So I think there's going to be at least 3 or 4 unfarmables in the Crucible store. Icarus, Agatha, Gambit, and Spider-Woman are going to be my guesses. Could they go even beyond this into patch 6.2 and patch 6.3? They definitely could, and I don't know, like the sky's the limit, I suppose, at this point, because they're releasing not only hard mode chapters but also a Crucible store. So there's anywhere from like 10 or 12 characters, whether existingly farmable or not, could be thrown into both the Crucible store and the hard mode chapter. So there's so much farmability that's going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks that I'm really interested to see if this kind of changes a lot of my feelings that I currently have when it comes to the game, and also which characters, what the values of it is, you know, how much is it going to cost, all things like that. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you have a big hoard of Crucible credits? I don't think that 83,000 is a huge hoard. Like, I spend it sometimes, but my baby account has 300,000 Crucible credits that I have not spent because I can't buy teal gear on that account. I can only buy orange gear, and I don't really feel that there's very good value on orange gear when it comes to buying. And personally, if you're someone who's like under level 80, don't buy orange gear, don't buy purple gear. Honestly, the price values are terrible, so don't do any of that. I'm saving you some trouble now. It's just awful. Awful. Even if you need the pieces, do not spend the Crucible credits on it, because I think the exchange value is pretty god terrible. That's it. Just it's not a short video, but I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm surprised that they didn't wait to Friday to announce this, and we'll see what more brings in the blog post tomorrow. So that's it. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, stay safe and healthy. See y'all later. I'm going for dinner. Boilon signing out.